Hello everyone, this is Ravi Kiran again, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Marri Laxman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I have come with a new topic, that is vocabulary. Vocabulary, it is the cornerstone of language learning. What is cornerstone? Cornerstone is something which is laid before constructing a building. For example, a mansion is constructing a building. Before constructing a building, a mansion, what he does is that he puts a first rock. We can call it as a foundation stone. So foundation stone is very important for constructing a building, isn't it? In the same manner, here vocabulary is also a cornerstone for language learning. If you want to learn a language, you need to improve your vocabulary. That is very important. It is not only a cornerstone, it is a bridge that connects our ideas, thoughts, and communication. So it bridges the gap between our thoughts and communication. That means to communicate effectively, you need vocabulary. So that is very important. Now coming to again vocabulary, it is not just the list of words or just learning the meaning of words, but we should know how to use those words. That means proper word in a proper context, it is also very important. That is how we have to learn vocabulary. Okay. Now coming to importance of vocabulary, if we see, vocabulary, it helps us to develop our communication. See, vocabulary is for more precise and effective communication. Instead of using lengthy sentences, vocabulary helps us to speak precisely with less number of words. It helps us to convey our thoughts accurately. So that is the first importance of vocabulary. Second one, it improves our comprehension. What is comprehension? Comprehension is to understand the written or spoken English. See, if we read a passage, or if we read articles or books, if you want to understand the meaning of the paragraph or the book, whatever content it is, so it helps us to comprehend the text. Next, third one, to express yourself. That means we have many thoughts, many ideas, and many times we are unable to express our thoughts. So vocabulary helps us to express ourselves creatively and more vividly. That means it helps us, it enables us to express creatively. Next, fourth one, it boosts your confidence in using the language. If you are good in your vocabulary, if you are good at vocabulary, you will have confidence, you will speak with confidence. It boosts your confidence. Not only that, there are many advantages of improving our vocabulary. It helps us to grow in our career also, in our jobs also. So there are many advantages of developing our vocabulary. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Next one, to improve our vocabulary, there are many steps are there to improve our vocabulary. And one of those steps is learning word formation. Word formation, that means it tells us about how words are formed. So we should have knowledge about how these words are formed so that we can learn many number of words. Okay, first of all, if we see the definition of word formation, it is a processing of making words. There are many steps in word formation. We will see one by one, okay, how new words are formed. If you understand how new words are formed, if you understand how the words are formed, it is easier for us to know, to speak better, not only to speak better, to understand the paragraphs easily. For example, if we, while reading a paragraph, if we encounter any new word, by understanding how the word have come, then it is easier for us to interpret the meaning. Though we may not have learned that meaning of the new word, but if we understand, for example, prefixes and suffixes and root words, and it is easier for us to understand the meaning of the passage easily. So that's why we have to understand how the words are formed, that is word formation. And there are many steps in forming new words, and the newly invented word, the newly formed word, we call it as a neologism. Neologism means word newly invented or newly created or newly formed. We call it as neologism. So there are many ways of forming these new words. There are many ways are there, and some are there given in the given below. So to understand the word formation is very important to build our vocabulary. Okay, there are different types are there. The types of word formation are: first one, derivation; back formation; compounding; blending; clipping; acronyms; and conversions. There are 7 types of word formation are given us in our syllabus, and we will see one by one here. Okay, first one, derivation. What is this derivation? What it is also known as? Derivation is also known as affixation. That means deriving new words here. We are going to derive new words in this step. It is otherwise called as affixation. What is affixation? That means fixing something to an existing word. That is called as affixation. There are 2 steps in affixation: prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes. For example, there is a word already existing. If we add something to this already existing word in the beginning of the word, prefix. Pre means before. So if we add something as a prefix to the existing word, we call them as prefixation. And if we add at the end of the word, that is called as suffixation. Suff means, it is a Latin word, suff means later. So if we add a word at the end of the existing word, then it is called as suffixation. Both together, prefixation and suffixation, both together we call it as affixation. Derivation is otherwise called as affixation. So in this method, what we are going to do? We are going to add prefixes and suffixes so that a new word is formed. Creating a new word by adding prefixes and suffixation. For example, here the word is there, meditation. Meditation, it is an existing word. Meditation is an existing word. If we add pre to this, it is called as premeditation, and a new word is formed. Here you have to understand that the meaning meditation, it has some meaning. By adding prefix, we got a new word with a new meaning, prefixation. See, for example, meditation. What is the meaning of meditation? The practice of focusing your mind in silence. That is called as meditation, we all know. And most of us, we do meditation, isn't it? So, meditation is the practice of focusing your mind. But premeditation, a new word is formed here. The meaning is that, see, we have a new meaning here. The act of considering and planning a crime or bad action in advance, that is called as premeditation. So new word is formed. with a new meaning. So creating a new word here. A new word is created. Second step in affixation. See, change of grammatical class of a word. That means grammatical class of a word. For example, adjective changed into a noun. Noun changed into a verb. Verb changed into a past participle. Okay, grammatical class is changed after adding a prefixes or suffixes. Example, formal. It is an adjective. Formal is an adjective. We add ism here. It is suffix. Ism, it is added at the end of the word, existing word, right? So because it is added at the end, it is called as suffix. So we have added suffix here. Formal plus ism, it has become formalism. So formalism is a noun here. So verb, by adding suffix, it has become a noun. So grammatical class has changed. Again, station, it's a verb, ed, suffix, stationed. Stationed is a past participle of station. Okay, so that's how the second step of adding prefixes and suffixes, so that the word, that means here what happened, grammatical class has changed. In the first step, a newly formed word is created. New word is created with new meaning. But here grammatical class has changed. Again, third step is there. See here, in this third step, creating words with opposite meaning. By adding prefix, what happened, the meaning of the word is changed completely, entirely. Complete opposite word is formed here. See, justice, we have added in, prefix. Injustice, justice has become injustice, complete opposite word with opposite meaning. Literate, illiterate. So literate, complete opposite word. So this is about derivation. Derivation is also called as affixation. Affixation, there are 3 steps in affixation. First one, creating a new word with a new meaning. Example, premeditation. Second one, change in the grammatical class. Adjective changed into a noun. Example, formalism. Next one is creating words with completely opposite meaning. We can call it as antonyms. Creating an antonym. Example, injustice. So this is the first type of forming new words. First step of forming new words. Okay, word formation. First one, derivation. Second one is back formation. It is completely opposite to derivation. Back formation is completely opposite to derivation. In derivation, what we did? We have added a word to the existing word. But here, back formation, what we are going to do? We are going to remove prefix or suffix from an existing word. Opposite. There we added. Here we are going to subtract, remove that. Back formation. When we use this back formation, that means longer words borrowed from other languages. Generally what happens is that when we borrow words from other languages, usually those words which come into English language, what happens? Mostly all of them are nouns only. All of them are nouns. But here we don't have verb forms for these nouns. So we are going to create a verb form from this for this noun. So in order to create verb form for this noun, what we do is that we remove something from that word so that it may become a verb. Okay, noun, we are going to change that noun into verb. Okay, understood? Is that clear? So here, what is happening? Words borrowed from other languages, they're obviously generally nouns. And these nouns does not have verb form in English. So in order to make a verb form in English, what we do is that we are going to remove something from that noun so that it becomes a verb. Example, meditation. Meditation is a noun. Okay, and there is no verb form. And what we are doing that TION, we are removing TION. we are removing TION. TION is a suffix. We are going to remove that suffix from that. And the verb formed is meditate. Meditation, meditate. I am going to meditate. Okay, so it is a verb form. Meditation, back form word is meditate. New word is formed. That is verb. And next one, automation. This is the word. Again we removed TION. What happened? Automate. Television. Television is a word. Okay, there is not a verb form. Televise. Televise means to broadcast in a television. That is called as televise. So televise is a word form. Verb form is created. So these are the examples of back formation. What is back formation? Back formation is opposite to affixation. Here we are going to remove something from an existing word. Why we have to remove? Because most of the words, when borrowed from other languages, they are taken as nouns and they don't have verb forms. In order to get the verb form, we are going to remove something so that we can get a verb form. Is that clear? So this is about back formation. Next one. Third one is compounding. What is this compounding? Compounding is very simple. It is nothing but joining two words. Already words are existing. We are going to join these two words. That's all. Simple, by adding two words so that we may get the new word. That is called as compounding. We are going to add simple two small words, simple words joined together. It becomes a compound word. So when these neologisms, that means newly created word, when they gone through the process of compounding, these words, what happens at the beginning, what happens when they both are joined? They are joined together by a small hyphen. They are joined together by a small hyphen in the beginning. Later on, what happens? Later on, as the time passed by and people started using that frequently, hyphen will be removed. So that is the process of compounding a word. Example, see example, there is one example. Key plus word. Key, we know key. Yes, next one, word. Has a newly word formed is keyword. Newly formed word, keyword, new form. Here, new word is formed. A key, if you take separately, key, there is some meaning. Word, there is an keyword. Keyword means here a word with a key? No, not like that. That means important word. It is a important word, newly formed word. Okay, we call it as neologism. Okay, well plus known. Well known. See here, you have hyphen here. Well known. Self plus sufficient. Self-sufficient. Self is a simple word. Sufficient is other simple word. Joined together, it has become self-sufficient. So this is about compounding. Hope you have understood what is compounding. What is compounding? Adding two simple words to form a new word. That is called as compounding. And next one. And next type of word formation is blending. Blending. Here, blending, again, it is combining two or more words. We are going to combine. See, in compounding, what we are doing, we are just taking the words as they are and we are joining. But here it is not like that. Here we are combining those words. Combining those words, how we are going to combine? For example, a word, A word is there and B word is there. We'll take a part of the A word and part of B word and we will join together. We will combine together. Understood? So we are not taking a complete word there. As we have taken in the previous one, that is compounding. As we have taken in compounding, what we are doing? We are taking the word as it is and we are simply joining that. But here we are not taking the complete word. We are taking just a part of the first word and part of the second word. And here, example, you see. First word, breakfast. And second one, lunch. Breakfast and lunch. We have taken the first part of breakfast and last part of lunch, and we have mixed, a new word is formed that is called as brunch. Do you know what is brunch? If we eat in between the breakfast and lunch, many times due to our work pressure or the lack of time, what we do is that we'll eat late in the breakfast time. It is neither a breakfast time nor a lunch time. In between, we are going to eat. So that is called as brunch. Understood? Newly formed word is here. So breakfast and lunch, brunch. That is blending. Again, one word. Fantastic and fabulous. Fantabulous. Fantastic, first word, first part of the fantastic, and fabulous. That means when something is very extremely beautiful or extremely good, we use the word fantabulous. Okay. And next one, bit. We all know that it is a, we use frequently. We students in computers, we use bit, bits, bytes. Okay. Bit means it's a binary unit. It is taken from binary unit. Bi from binary, and it in. Okay. So it has become bit. So blending. See, note, blending combines parts of existing words, whereas compounding combines whole words. In compounding, complete word is joined, combined. But whereas in blending, what's happening? Only part of that word is taken. That is called as blending. Is that clear? Next one, clipping. Coming to clipping. What is this clipping? That means instead of using the word, lengthy word, we use a short form of that word. See, generally in communication, when we communicate, when we talk, we cannot use the complete word. It will be very advertisement. Instead of using advertisement lengthy word, what we do is just simple, we can add. Just an ad. Have you seen an ad? Instead of saying, have you seen an advertisement? Just, have you seen that ad? Very easy to, it is very convenient, isn't it? So that is called clipping. That means here what we are doing, we are taking the short form of that. We are making the short form so that we can communicate easily. Here, meaning of the original word does not change. Meaning does not change here by clipping. Okay, formed, new word is formed, but the meaning is not changed here. That you should remember. So shortening of an existing word, that is called as clipping. Example, advertisement. Internet, see here, we use, it is, we use regularly, right? Net connection is there. Net means internet. Net means internet. Mathematics, we also use that. Maths, subject. Generally, mathematics, it is actually mathematics. Which class you have? Simply we say maths. Instead of saying mathematics, maths. So it is easier to communicate. Maths, telephone, phone, refrigerator, fridge, like that. See, even many times, do you have cell phone? That means we use cell phone. Actually, it is, what is that? It is not just mobile cellular phone. Isn't it? Mobile cellular phone. If somebody asks, do you have mobile cellular phone? We'll ask like that. No. Cell phone. Or you have mobile? Cut short. So these are clippings. Okay. What is clipping? Clipping is a short form of shortening of an existing word to make our communication easy. That is called as clipping. Example, advertisement. Next type. What is the next type? Acronyms. Acronyms? We all know abbreviations, right? Abbreviation. So abbreviations are of two types. Abbreviations are of two types. One is acronym and another one is initialism. So here what is happening here? Acronyms, that means combining first letters or syllables of a longer phrase. It will be a lengthier phrase. Longer phrase will be there. And instead of using that, we cannot use that. Okay, we have a small example. Radar, radio detection and ranging. We cannot use this always, right? Instead, we use simple words. We can call it as radar. We all know radar, isn't it? So here what we are going to, it is a phrase, lengthier phrase is there. And what we are going to do, we are going to take the first letters of each word. Radio, one word. we have taken RA. Detection, again we have taken D. And A, and ranging. So RADAR, radar. We have taken first letters of each word and we have become, and a new word is formed here, that is radar. Again, PIN, personal identification, we all know that. And you see here, by. We all use by, isn't it? And do you know the full form of by? What is by? Be with you every time. That means be with you every time. And see here, B, Y, and E. B, first word B, we have taken the letter B, and U, Y, and every time E, first letter of the word we have taken, it has become by. Okay, in the same way, newspaper, see here also, newspaper, again, north, east, west, south, past and present events report. Of course, somebody has created that newspaper like that. So here what I wanted to say is that acronyms are nothing but abbreviations. Acronyms are nothing but abbreviations, and here we have taken the first letter of each word. A new word is formed. Again, second type of abbreviation is also there, initialism. There is a difference between initialism and abbreviation. Even in initialism also, we take the first letter of the word. But I'll tell you the difference here. In acronyms, we pronounce that as a new word. Whereas initialism, we do not pronounce as a word, but we pronounce each and every letter. Example, best example, see here, AIDS and HIV. Okay, see here, AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. We have taken each letter from each word. But again here what happened? A newly formed word is there, no? We are pronouncing as a word, AIDS. Okay, AIDS word is there, and actually it has a lengthier sentence. So it is an acronym. But initialism, it's not like that. We are not pronouncing as a word. What we are going to do, we are spell out each individual letter, HIV. It is not a word, but we are not pronouncing as a word. We are not spelling it as a word, but each and a letter we pronounce. That is the difference between acronyms and initialism. Is that clear? So what are acronyms? Acronyms are the first letters of a lengthier phrase, first letter of first word of a lengthier phrase. There are two types of abbreviations. First one is acronym, second one initialism. In acronyms, what happened? Newly formed word, we pronounce it as a separate word. But initialism, we are going to spell each and every letter of the word. So that is about acronyms. And another one, next one is conversion. What is this conversion? Conversion, using an existing word of a particular class into another grammatical class. That means what? See here, proper nouns as generic common words. That means, see, there is a word here. If we look at the example, we can understand clearly. Xerox. We all know Xerox, right? What is Xerox actually? Actually, it is a name of the company who has produced photocopying machines. It is the name of the company. Actually, Xerox is a company. And what we are using for nowadays? That means Xerox refers to photocopying something. Get it Xeroxed. That means take a photocopy of that, isn't it? That means here what Xerox, the word Xerox is used to photocopy. Actually, it is a proper noun. It is a name of the company who produced. That is called as conversion. Using a proper noun as a generic word of a common class. Okay. Next one. nouns, using nouns as verbs. Example, email. Email, it is electronic mail. Electronic mail is a noun. But many times we use as a verb also. How we use as a verb? I've emailed you. Have you emailed me? Email means, have you sent an email to me? That means a verb action. So noun being used as a verb. Again, word increase. Actually, increase is a noun. We all think as a verb. We all use that as a verb. Increase it. That means actually as a noun, increase means to grow in the dimensions or to grow in a position. Increase. It is a noun. We are using, have you increased it? That means here we are using as a verb. So conversion is nothing but using words from one class to another class. Instead of using one class, we are using it as another class. Example, proper noun used as a common noun. Example, Xerox. Xerox is the name of the company. It is a proper noun. But we are using as for to mention it as photocopying. As a common noun, we are using that. In the same way, nouns used as verbs. Example, email. Email, electronic mail is a noun and we are using it as a verb also. That is called as conversion. So this is about word formation. This is about word formation. We have seen 7 types of word formation. Once again, I will revise that. Word formation. What is word formation? Word formation is about forming new words. Okay. Word undergoes some process, thereby a new word is formed. And the newly formed word is called as, what it is called as? It is called as neologism. What is neologism? Neologism is a newly formed word, newly invented word. Okay. And there are 7 types of forming new words. Of course, there are some other types also there, but as we have these 7 types in our syllabus, we are going to discuss about these things. Okay. So how many types of word formation we have learned? We have learned 7 types of word formation. First is derivation. Derivation is also called as affixation. What we are going to do? We are going to add something to an existing word so that a newly word is formed. Okay. Again, there are 3 steps in this. First one, by adding a prefix or suffix, a new word with a new meaning is formed. Example, premeditation. Second one, change of grammatical class of a word. Adjective change into noun. Example, formalism. Third one, word antonym is formed. Newly word is formed is an antonym to the existing word. Example, justice in justice. Okay. So this is about derivation. And next one, back formation. Back formation, it is opposite to derivation. What we are going to do there? We are going to remove something from the existing word. I've told you, words borrowed from other language are taken as nouns and they don't have verb forms. What we have did? We did is we have to change that word into a verb by removing that egg word. Okay. Television, televise. Meditation, meditate. Next, third one, compounding. What we did here, we have taken 2 simple words as they are. We did not do any modification. We just added that. We have just combined that so that a new word is, compound word is formed. That is called about compounding. Next one, blending. What is blending? Part of first word and part of second word is taken. We have combined that and newly formed word. Example, smog. Smoke plus fog. Smog. Okay. Liger. Lion plus tiger. Liger. So only part is taken from here and a newly formed word is existing. Okay, next one. Next one is clipping. What is clipping? Short form of the lengthier word. Example, advertisement. Why we use this clipping? To make our communication easier. Fridge, refrigerator, fridge, simple. Stethoscope, steth, like that. Next one, acronyms. Acronyms, what are acronyms? Acronyms are first letters of a lengthier phrase, first letter of a first word in a lengthier phrase. Example, radar we have taken, isn't it? PIN, 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 personal identification number, like that. And next one, conversions. What is conversion? One class to another class. One class to another class, one grammar class to another grammar class. Proper noun used as common noun. Examples we have taken. So these are the types of word formation. So why we have to learn about these words? To make our communication easier, to speak precisely and accurately, and to make our communication creative, we have to use all these things. We have to learn all these things. Hope you have understood all these things. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, everyone.